Today I am joined by Miguel Maestre from Miguel's Feasts. How are you today? I'm so excited to have you on today.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for having me. It's very exciting. I guess, it's amazing how technology can get people so close, and just having a meeting through a computer, can get somebody in Canada and somebody in Australia having a chat. So thanks for having me.
It's crazy. We're talking to you in the future. It's tomorrow, and we're over here chatting. I love it. Now, how are you doing during this situation? I mean, obviously, coronavirus has been so difficult for so many people, but what's the situation like in Australia?
Well, in Australia, the government, I think, has been very good in acting quite quickly. Regardless what is the spread of the virus, it's being contained. We're flattening the curve every day more and more. The numbers are not as crazy as places like in Spain or England or Italy or Greece. So in referring to a normal life, it's affecting us in many ways. Obviously, we cannot just hang out in the beach like it. Just go and have beautiful dinners. And, for me as a Spanish person, I'm struggling. I cannot even hug people or kiss anyone or shake hands with anyone. That's actually really affecting me in some way, because Spanish people is such a loving, caring, physical people. But in the scope of things, I guess the country is doing a good job. Everybody it's a lot of love stories coming out of this, with people helping the community. It's a big resetting. It's almost like a resetting button that is putting everybody in a different perspective towards life. And we're just trying to keep smiling while they're at the time.
Absolutely. And it's up to all of us to find small little ways to help out in our community or reach out to a neighbor. And I saw this amazing initiative on your Instagram called the Cooking Cartel. Can you explain what that is?
Well, as a chef and in the restaurant industry in Australia, the news of the non-customer policy was devastating for our industry, because from one day to other, we just lost the whole industry, was wiped out of the map. And, I felt sometimes in the law of the jungle, the strongest one in the weakest one. But I thought it was time for the strongest one probably to help the weakest one. And I came out with the Cooking Cartel with an initiative of trying to promote, because all the business models of restaurants were changing to take away and delivery meals. Some of the restaurants don't have the platforms, the big, massive platforms to reach the exposure to the customers. They only have 100 followers in Instagram, or some of them, they go even 50 followers in Instagram. So the Cooking Cartel is a free platform to advertise for free with no interest whatsoever. The small restaurants, they don't have any followers. So I thought I'll use mine to tell everyone, hey, all these people are still open. All these people, you can order all these beautiful things. They still make your favorites. And I started doing it locally, just for 4 or 5 restaurants around here. And within 2 weeks, we nearly to 5,000 followers. And yeah, so the response has been amazing. And in some ways, somehow, because I'm a really happy guy, and in Australian TV, my show is a really positive show. When people watch our show, it's always really good vibes. People come to me all the time and call me and say, Miguel, and tell me the whole story, what's happening with the restaurant. So I get the chance to almost be like a little bee, connecting A with B, and get, but this guy will help you with this. So kind of, I call it the Cooking Cartel, because a cartel is, a group of people trying to do something. We're dealing with kindness. We're not dealing with anything dodgy.
I love it.
And it's working really well, because I get, it was a big, it was a really big hit, because it's the industry that I have growing up with in this country. I've been living in Australia a lifetime, and I grew up as a chef here, and see it disappearing mentally and personally was very hard, because that's what I am. I'm a guy that chop onions. I'm a guy that love the kitchen. That's what I thrive on. So to see all my colleagues going through such a tough time, I just thought that everybody will do something. And it's just a small drop in the ocean. It's a small Instagram account that probably is helping to get a few more orders to a few local restaurants. But just remember, the ocean is made of little drops, So if we all have a little drop, it will be a big ocean,
Absolutely. No, we all have to do so much right now. And I mean, the restaurant industry is obviously one of the most affected. You were saying it yourself. I mean, if you don't have a big following, you were probably going to struggle right now. How do you think the restaurant world is going to change after all of this?
Wow, this is it's actually very uncertain. It's no man's land. I'm actually trying, all my experience as a chef, I'm trying to look, I'm very old school. I train in the UK and I train in the old school restaurants, you know,
Yeah.
like hard to comprehend what is the next step for us because it's so uncertain. Because how can you come back for such a, it's like we went to a boxing fight and before even starting the fight, we just got punched for all the 12 rounds in the first round. So it's like, how are we going to do the second round? Well, I've been punched up so much. So I think the industry will evolve to what is technology. I think the industry will evolve to what is social networking. So social networking will be the next way to be smart about how to reach more customers. Because I don't think after these massive financial problems that all these restaurants have been feeling the last few months, it'll be hard to come back on the field right away. It's very hard to just keep the skeleton staff. So the people that has been working as a full-timers. And I think what will happen is like some other chefs that were helping in the kitchen, probably now they start to help to deliver the food. Some of the waiters, they were serving the tables because it's not tables to serve. Maybe they're the ones answering the phone and packing the meal. So I think the business model come after this is very uncertain. I think it will be smaller restaurants. I think it will be a lot of online. I think the iPad and the phone will be the new waiter. And I think that's the way until we can come back in our feet and just deliver that amazing. You see, as a chef, I love the experience. You walk in a restaurant and the ambiance, the music, the bottle of wine, how I saw you the bottle of wine. What amazing glass you're drinking at. The forks are beautiful, the cutlery, the tablecloth. You love the chair, you love your view. It's not just food. This COVID-19 is taking away 80% of what is our experience as a diners. And so the moving forward, I think, will be slowly just, you know, instead to look at the industry like we just die, we have to look at the industry probably we are reborn and kind of like we'll slowly, you know, get our hands together in things and we'll slowly build everything to beautiful again. Sorry, that
Absolutely.
was a very long answer.
No, it's fine. I think a lot of people back home, a lot of people back home look up to you and they want to hear your advice on this. And I think on TLN, people are familiar with you. And maybe some of those people back home are restaurant owners or they work in the hospitality industry. So do you have any advice for them?
Well, like just working in the hospitality at the moment, I think the biggest advice, I work with a lot of mental health associations. I'm a big ambassador in Australia for Are You OK? Are You OK is like a, you know, is a mental health focus. In the industry in Australia, chefs like me, we go through a lot of, you know, mental health issues. Even a few of my colleagues have lost their battles in mental health, anxiety, depression, that's a big thing. So I will advise everyone to just stay connected. Stay connected. You know, the restaurant is your family. You know, I spend with my chefs more time I spend with my wife. You know, I spend with the, you know, with the people I work in the living room. I go traveling, I go to Canada and I spend 12 days with the camera guy, with the soundy, the producer. This is your family. These are the people that, you know, you go home to your family, but you spend all this time with these people. So just because we are all in our homes, stay connected because that will get your, you know, the familiarity will help you go through all these really tough times. And in the restaurant industry, you're a restaurant trying to save as much as you can. You know, it's one of the things that the other day I saw a chef write a really good quote in Instagram. Say, have you ever seen the Titanic when it was sinking? So it's the musicians playing in the background. You see how they play all the way until it's sunk? That's the restaurant industry at the moment. We're just still playing.
Oh no.
Yeah, we are. So
That's
we
true.
need to keep positive. We need to keep positive. We cannot let this, you know, they cannot let this affect us. We need to keep playing our music because it's a light at the end of the tunnel. So we need to hold on until the little hope that we can. You know, and even just a smile in a day, even in just, you know, somebody loving the takeaway meal that you have made. Even just something that you cook that tastes good. Just the little things are gonna give you the big rewards again. Because you know, as a chef, we don't have the rewards from customers anymore.
Of course.
It's very hard. Our job is just a real chef. It's just become a chef for passion, to be rewarded for. If I cook something for you and I say, try this, and you're like, oh, Miguel, it's beautiful. You just make my day. You know, that's what I live for. So they just cannot take that away. So trying to stay connected, trying to hold on to the little things, you know, and trying to still cook really delicious food. That will get us along the way.
Absolutely. And for everyone at home as well, it's time to support your local restaurants. I mean, there's no reason to fear. As much as you can, order that takeout, because that's how we're going to support them as well.
Well, it is that I say that to everyone, even just a little coffee. You know, even if I go for a run, I got a coffee machine at home. But if I go for a run and just go and get a coffee, and that little coffee, if all the neighborhood get a coffee, that keeps that little clock ticking. You know, we used to do takeaway once a week because I love try all the foods around the area. And I love to order all these funky new things to keep up with what is happening. Just keep ordering. Just look around your radius of 1 to 5 kilometers around your house. Who can you help? That is really easy. It's an Italian place, get a pizza. You know, it's a Thai place, just get some, even if it's just once a week, even if it's smaller orders, because everything counts. Like, at this time, everything counts.
Absolutely. Miguel, thank you so much for joining us right now. It was such a pleasure.